Hi everybody, I'm Alexei Pazhitnov. 10 years ago, I invented a game called Tetris.
Great is not the word for Tetris. The right word for Tetris is perfect.
I'm at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. I stand in line and there I play Tetris for the first time.
It's really the perfect game. Once you've played Tetris, like it's part of your DNA.
Then I go and play other games and I find myself standing in line at the Tetris machine again. And I play again.
Perfectly implemented, perfectly balanced.
The fourth time I'm standing in this line, it's like, I'm really hooked on this game. I said, I'm going to go to the Soviet Union and I'm not coming back till I have these rights. Tetris is for everybody, all genders, all ages.
The game transcends cultures, it transcends language, and there's a whole Tetris effect that happens. You start seeing Tetris pieces everywhere when you're packing a car or when you want to organize something.
Tetris, it's harmonically, everything comes together.
The thing that makes Tetris Tetris is the well and the pieces.
There's nothing associated with Tetris except geometry, which is universal.
It's no character, you don't have attitude to the pieces. They are all good. It allows you to concentrate on your activity.
It only is a game.
It's not a destructive game, it's a constructive game. You're basically building lines of blocks.
It's illusion, because what you generally do, you don't construct anything. As a matter of fact, you keep destroying the stuff you build.
I love that kind of attention.
All you see is the garbage, your failures and mistakes.
You want to keep clearing lines.
You play and play and play to get rid of it, to get it lowered.
It really kind of speaks to the human need to want to create order out of chaos. Alexei figured it out, and that's why we're around 40 years later.
All my life is connected to Tetris. Every time when I design the game, I never satisfied because I clearly see that this game won't be at the same level of Tetris.
The friendship that formed between Hank Rogers and Alexei Pajitnov really ultimately brought Tetris to the rest of the world. They're still best friends today.
I think our friendship goes deeper than Tetris.
They're both programmers and they both have the love of games.
Basically, I just live with it for my whole life, and time to time strange stuff happened.
Play Tetris.
Play Tetris.
My friends.
Okay.
I still play with my box of pentamines, and I'm wondering why nobody just play against each other with this stuff. And I thought that it would be very interesting to try to research it on the computer. I just started programming it. At that time we didn't have any graphics on the computer, so I realized that I could use the square bracket for the squares, and it looked pretty very much. Then I start doubting, so 12 shapes is very good for when you have all of them in front of you on the table. But if they coming all the time, it's too much to remember. And 7 is a magical number. We know that 7 is the size of operative memory. People could remember lots of phone numbers. I decided that I should downsize it. So tetramine is obvious instead of pentamines, and I were very glad and very excited when I make this decision. And I feel that it's natural the piece to fall down because it's a gravity on this planet. I immediately start to put together some play field. I didn't feel that I need the entire screen. Too much movement. This play field was filled up practically in 1 minute, so I need to somehow deal with it. I realized that the full lines, all full lines, are kind of dead on the screen. Why don't I just take them away? And that was the last and very serious aha for Tetris game. The game immediately start to be really bright. I can't stop playing. I really appreciate the hard drops I did in the game. The only one drop I could do is a hard drop because my keyboard, it doesn't distinguish push and release moments. With all my wish I can't do any soft drop at this time, but hard drop was very important, and that determined the rhythm of the game. Level of playing this game, as far as I remember.
What's the highest level? Is it 9?
9, but 9 is very kind of flashy. You have your eyes tired pretty soon. So.
Now, is level 9, is the reason you went up to 9 because you only wanted to use 1 digit space?
Yes. Finally, my colleague found out that I doing something strange on the computer for a week or so. And I say, okay, guys, okay, I will finish my programming and I will show you this stuff. And then I put a small title screen, record table, and put together and released the game. And it was like a wood fire. In 2 months, every Elektronika 60 had this game on it. People say that my game is like a drinking vodka. The word glass was very kind of associated with the drinking, and we need it for vodka, of course. And the people put the title Stakan, which you used to drink vodka. But I insisted on Tetris all the time. And Tetris is very nice sound in Russian, at least. Tetramine is obvious object which we're dealing with in the game. So I decided it should be something kind of related to Tetris. It was a very popular game which lots of people enjoy on IBM PC called Xonix. Xonix, I like this X termination, but Tetris was too much copying from Xonix, so I put is. I think Tetris will be little bit lighter and remind me of tennis, my favorite sport. And this is a good name.
I had already started developing on all 8 different personal computers. They were all not compatible. And on Nintendo, on the family computer or the NES. Tengen, okay, Tengen. I know the guy who I can deal with at Tengen. His name is Randy Brolite. He sends me a fax and he says, sorry, but we've made a decision. We can't license it to you. I'm like, what? And Atari Games was owned, let's see, it was 46% by an American company, 46% by Namco, and 8% by the people running the company. So I thought, well, maybe Namco decided that they're going to publish it. But Namco had a policy, they never published anybody else's software. They only ever published their own games. I remember being at a trade show, and I ran into Iwatani. Iwatani is the creator of Pac-Man. And so I go, Mr. Iwatani, what do you think of Tetris? And he drew a blank. He said, what do you mean? I said, never mind. If Namco was going to be publishing Tetris, and if they were looking at it, he would know. And so the fact that he didn't know meant that Namco had no eyes on Tetris. I said to my team, look, I'm getting on a plane. I'm going to there in San Jose. I'm going to San Francisco. I'm not coming back till I have these rights. I got a meeting. Remember the table with Van Elderen, Nakajima, Randy Brolite, and I was explaining that I had already made a lot of progress on Tetris, and it took me 10 days. You know, I remember having sushi with the president of Atari Games, Nakajima, and on a napkin we made a deal. That's how I end up being able to publish Tetris in Japan. So I thought.